On IMDb, Candy Pocky Cotton says, Aquaman is the opposite of boring. It's mind-exploding amazing. Firstly, I would like to say that my mouth came out of the cinemas with a cramp. As I was watching this movie earlier today, I was smirking, smiling, laughing my way through. I probably bothered some other people in the cinema, but it was just that amazing. The action was stunning and perfectly done. The imagination of the movie was unique. It didn't just reflect some of the problems we have, like pollution and chemical dumping in the sea, but also gave us another daydreaming topic. Just imagine what is in the bottom of the sea. What would the politics of the sea might be? What would happen if there is such miracle under the ocean? The creativity deserves an OM goodness. Let me watch this 10 million times. This needs a sequel. Well, at least from me. I have watched thousands of movies. Okay, that was exaggerated. But this movie, I watched it, and it is now officially my top one. My mind is exploding with this imagination, and I strongly suggest you go watch it. It is Aquamazing.
Wow.
10 stars.
Wow, this guy really liked Aquaman.
Aquamazing.
Aquamazing.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm sorry.
Wow. That's how you want to start this one, huh?
No, I don't. I didn't. I didn't. Hello, hello. Welcome to the Royds Review Podcast. I'm Rob.
And I'm Andy.
And we are the Royds, back again to talk 2018's Aquaman. Hi, Andy.
Hello, Robbie.
Is this our first trip into the DCEU? Like, I know we've done Batman 89.
Yeah, I guess it is. Yeah, shit. I didn't even think about that. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see how good it is.
We will see. Is this your first time watching Aquaman?
This is my first time watching Aquaman. What about you, Robbie?
Same here. I had tried watching it once earlier and fell asleep very early on. And then whilst watching this, I said, oh, I know why I fell asleep.
Do you know why this is my first time watching this?
Why is this your first time watching this?
Because it's fucking Aquaman. Whoever gave a shit about Aquaman? I dare you to email it and be like, Aquaman's actually my favorite comic book character. Fat fucking chance.
Do you know when I cared about Aquaman?
When?
When you and I would play Injustice, and I would play as Aquaman, and I would do that down right triangle, and the fucking trident would shoot up from the fucking ground.
Broken. He's fucking broken in that game.
I would just wreck people with Aquaman.
Aquaman's great in that game. But there's been like a real big push from DC for decades now to be like, no, Aquaman is cool, guys. No, he'll never be cool. I'm sorry. It's Aquaman. You could cast the coolest guy in the world, Jason Momoa, and still I'm like, no, Aquaman's fucking lame, man. This dude's talking to fish. Who cares?
Now, do you think that's more of the perception of Aquaman through the years? Because for years, people treated him as a joke. And do you think it was beyond rehabilitation for the character?
I think he is a joke. It's not even, his name's Aquaman. Now, that's silly to me.
You could argue that all comic books are silly, though.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, let's talk about Batman for a second. It's literally a man dressed as a bat.
Oh, it's bonkers, but they pull it off with vibes and good writing.
Okay, fair.
And not to say any, like, I've never read an Aquaman book, because, again, it's fucking Aquaman. Who gives a shit? But, like, I would like to look at the other side. Namor. That guy's cool. Even in the comics, it's like, it's the same shit, but he's cool.
Well, in the comics, isn't he kind of not an anti-hero, but he's more villainous at times?
Yeah, he's anti-hero or straight up villain. Yeah.
Which that makes him cooler than dude who can talk to fish. Because until it was Jason Momoa, the look of Aquaman was this clean-cut, blonde hair,
Yeah.
just boring dude.
Yeah.
And then they gave him the power to fly because they're like, oh, he's got to do something.
That's it. They've for years they've been like, oh, he's got strength comparable to like Superman. It's like, no, he fucking doesn't. He's a fish man. Who cares? Let him be a fish man. That's why I was so surprised when, DC was like, we got our own cinematic universe, and they showed us like, oh, this is gonna be the new Justice League. And it's like, okay, Cyborg, cool, like New 52, cool, I'm into it. Batman, of course, Superman, the Trinity, Wonder Woman, and then who's the sixth, the other one? Oh, Flash, okay, of course, and then Aquaman. Do Green Lantern. What are you doing?
I think they were afraid of touching Green Lantern after the 2011 movie.
Do Hawkgirl or Hawkman.
I can't disagree with that.
There's so many other heroes. What are you doing Aquaman for? And then be like, check it out, it's the most bad. You're wasting excellent superhero casting because the man's built like a fucking freight train.
Right.
And he's like 9 feet tall. And you're like, oh, we'll give Aquaman to this Adonis. What are you doing?
You're watching him going, yeah, no, it's good they're making him Lobo.
Yes. All right, we'll get back to Aquaman. We got to talk about the year of our Megazord 2018.
Yes, indeed. Because movies like Bohemian Rhapsody came out. Did you see Bohemian Rhapsody?
I saw it in theaters.
Did they show the lethal injection?
He died from Freddie Mercury poisoning.
Very good. I think we've made both of those jokes on those podcasts.
That's what we call AIDS. It's Freddie Mercury poisoning. The movie's not very good.
Okay.
I know the people I saw it with, they enjoyed it, and I was like the curmudgeon. I was like, I don't know, I don't think that was very good. And they were like, no, it was good. I was like, have you ever seen Walk Hard? And they were like, no. And I was like, oh, that's why you liked it. Because that movie's straight up just Walk Hard.
Oh no!
Because there's moments where it's like they're having a fight.
Dad.
Wrong kid, Dad. But they're having a fight, and then like Freddie Mercury's like, "Oh, say that again," and they're like, "I said, I don't know." I'm trying to think of a random Queen song. Like, I said,
another one bites the dust.
Yeah, and they're like, thump, 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 and then they all start playing like, "Damn it, that was good, but I'm still mad." Like, that's fucking Dewey Cox.
That is.
When she's like, he's like, "Don't leave me." Oh,
that's
wait,
a good name for a song.
Yeah. She's like, "Don't you dare write a song." It's that. Like, you're doing that, and it's already been made to look stupid by that movie, but you're doing it sincerely. So, I don't know, Walk Hard ruined it for me, but I love Walk Hard.
Fair.
Also, the teeth, the prosthetic teeth that they gave the guy, they're rough.
Malik?
Yeah, it's real rough.
Okay. Andy, a movie about your sex life came out. Solo.
What's it called, Robbie? You son of a bitch. Creed 2 came out. With Holmes, White Hope Home.
Very nice. Very, very good. Do you think they play Creed in any of those movies?
They have to, right?
I mean,
it's
incredible.
about the band. Yeah. Like they cast Michael B. Jordan as Scott Stapp.
Tomb Raider came out, and its pro-life counterpart, Womb Raider.
Very good.
Thank you.
How about the Crash Bandicoot 3 level Tomb Raider?
Very good. It's a fun level, the little Egyptian level.
Fun level. I just played Crash Bandicoot 3 on my way to Vegas on my Switch.
Nice.
Yeah, I went to Vegas, by the way, listeners. And now I've got gonorrhea.
Uh-oh. Hey, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. So your gonorrhea is in Vegas.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Well, the burning sensation must be separate. Must be something else then.
That's the Tabasco sauce on your penis.
That'll do it.
Yeah. City of Lies? What is that, Washington, D.C.? Buzzing!
Very good. Very good. This guy will say anything.
Oh, I'm crazy.
How about Mamma Mia? It's about Italians.
It's an ABBA
joke.
musical.
Oh, it's an ABBA.
Yeah, but it also, I think it does take place in Italy.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So you're right.
Yeah.
Mother Mia.
Mother Mia.
Mommy Mia Khalifa. We had some previous episodes. Ant-Man and the Wasp. Do you not know who Mia Khalifa is? She's a porn star, or was a porn star.
Oh, a prawn star, like a shrimp woman.
Yes, she was in this movie. She was one of the brine people.
Oh,
yeah, you missed
part of the trench.
Yeah, yeah. Previous episodes: Ant-Man and the Wasp, Black Panther, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and Jurassic Park: Fallen Kingdom.
Wow. One of those is a very good movie.
I think two of those are very good. I was gonna say
two of those are very good.
the Black Panther and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, Ant-Man's aight.
Yeah, and Jurassic Park: Fallen Kingdom is shit.
Yeah, that's an early episode. Check that out.
Yeah, that's episode like 5.
Yeah. How about Dragon Ball Z Broly came out?
Like Broly, like I'm Broly.
He is Broly.
Tough and shit.
He is tough.
Tough boy.
Big tough boy. He's the legendary Super Saiyan.
Oh.
Yeah.
The legendary Super Size Me.
Yep. You remember that movie?
Yes, I do.
Remember when a guy was lauded as a genius for telling us McDonald's isn't good for you? Yeah, no shit, idiot.
I think that's not the point of the movie.
He was like, "What if I ate this for a month straight?" Like, yeah, no shit. You're gonna start to feel like a shit. Like, what are you thinking? It's obvious. And then they got rid of the supersize,
which was smart.
I've never had a supersize.
I did.
Oh my god, he lives and breathes to this day.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I would be the rare times my parents took me to McDonald's. I'd be like, "I'm gonna get a supersize." I'm like, "You're absolutely not." And then the minute I had any money at all, I went and got myself a fucking supersized meal at McDonald's. And I was like, this is incredible because it's just a big fries and drink.
Oh, that's all it is?
Yeah, I mean, the burger or whatever your meal is the same size. It's not like they're making a quadruple Big Mac.
Okay.
It's like, it was just a gigantic fucking tub of fries, basically.
Yeah, but like, it's just so obvious that if you eat this every day, you're going to die. But like, this guy was like, "I'm gonna do it," and everybody was like, "That's really good stuff."
You're not wrong, but that wasn't the point of his documentary.
What's the point of his documentary?
The point was to show how the marketing of McDonald's tried to show that, oh, you can eat McDonald's for breakfast, lunch, and dinner every single day and you'll be fine. And it was kind of like, they shouldn't be able to market it like that.
I see. High C.
Yes.
You
they shouldn't be able to sell high C at McDonald's.
I do remember he was like, whenever they say, "Would you like us to supersize it?" you have to say yes.
Yeah. And then I remember after he ate the first one, he fucking vomited bright orange everywhere.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
What a great movie.
Hey, Andy, while we're talking about 2018, can we play a game we played a few weeks ago?
We sure can.
Awesome. I'm going to name an album, and you got to name the artist.
ABBA.
What?
I named an artist.
Very good. I didn't name an album, though.
Ah, shit. It was just Shot in the Dark, you know?
So how about
Shot in the Dark by Ozzy Osbourne.
Ooh, that is an album, not on this list, though.
Dang.
How about Sweetener?
Oh, that's Ariana Grande.
Yes. Is she talking about Splenda?
I believe so. It's a really crazy concept album about Splenda.
And how it gives you cancer.
How it's
all that aspartame.
Cancerous. Yeah, and how the FDA doesn't give a shit.
Very good. All right, how about Scorpion? Here I am.
Scorpion. Is that Drizzy Drake?
It is. That was good. It is. Yes.
My goodness.
All right, Look at you. I got 2 or 3 more.
Okay.
This one's gonna be tougher. Daytona.
Daytona.
I only know one song by this artist, and it is with Kanye West.
With Kanye West.
Yes. It was a huge hit for Kanye West in around 2010. He was featured on.
But the album.
This album was 2018.
Okay.
But he was on a big Kanye West hit in 2010. It was off the album My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. You've been putting up with this shit for way too long. That's the song the Kanye West. I should just name the song now with him and Kanye West.
Been putting up with my shit just way too long.
Yeah, that's Kanye West and who?
Yeah. Shit. That's like the last
good Kanye West album?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the last good thing he released.
Yeah. I'm drawing a blank. I can't recall the name.
All right. It is not Booker T, it's Pusha T.
Pusher T.
Pusha. Not an ER. Soft A.
Push up T.
Very good. Very, very good. Here's an easy one. Astro World.
That's easy?
Yes.
Huh. That's the name of the album.
Yes.
Astro World. What genre?
Hip hop, rap.
You said it's easy, so it's got to be big.
Yes. Astro Lounge was Smash Mouth. This is Astro World.
Wasn't really relevant, but
no, it wasn't. But it had the word Astro in it.
Very good. Very good. I don't know.
I think they dated a Kardashian or a Jenner. How many Jenners
Tyga?
are there? What?
Tyga?
No, it's Travis Scott.
Travis Scott.
All right, you want a real easy one to wrap it up so you can end on a win?
Yeah.
The Carter 5.
Oh, that's Lil Wayne.
Yep. Wheezy F Baby.
The F stands for phenomenal.
You know, Paul McCartney released an album called Egypt Station.
Yes, I did.
Egypt's pretty big. I don't think there's just one train station there.
You'd be surprised, Robbie.
Oh, okay. Did your teacher, Mr. Bogatz, ever tell the joke to you when you were in high school? Hey, how does India feed all those people with just one New Delhi?
Probably. That's good.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
That's good stuff. Okay, let me hit you with one. Swimming.
What? The name of the album is just called Swimming?
It's called Swimming. Give you a hint. They have since passed. And it is hip-hop.
Mac Miller?
Yes.
Look at me!
He's done it.
I know my dead people.
He knows his dead rappers.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite games to play when we're watching wrestling or old wrestling. I go, he's dead.
How's that a game?
I don't know. It's not really a game. It's just something I do. It just makes me laugh.
Yeah, well.
I'm doing better than them. Hey, you ready to talk?
Death could be great. Yes, I am ready to talk about Aquaman.
Very good. I really like the Warner Brothers logo at the beginning, underwater and covered in like barnacles and shit. I think that looks cool.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of cool stuff in this movie.
Yeah.
I think James Wan is good at doing some cool stuff.
Yes, mostly horror.
Yeah. And even his horror is not like doesn't really spook me, but he's got some cool imagery.
Right. Well, I think you're right. There is some really cool imagery in this movie.
Yeah.
We open up at a lighthouse in Maine, 1985. I was really expecting Willem Dafoe to just show up here because it's a lighthouse.
You're not a fan of me, lobster.
But it's fucking Boba Fett.
Is that who that is?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was in the Clone Wars, right?
Yeah. He's also
Boba
Boba Fett in the Book of Boba Fett.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, and he's Django Fett.
Yeah, that's who I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Check out that episode.
Do that. What is he doing with hair?
I don't know. You know, my wife came back from work like when I was halfway through this, and it had a flashback. And I was like, could that guy land Nicole Kidman in real life? And she was like, I don't fucking know. I just walked in. So
Good story.
no real answer. Yeah.
I would say yes. Not with that weird wig he's wearing, but just as bald, just as his bald self. I think absolutely yes.
Okay.
I think he's an attractive looking dude. I also think he kind of looks like a badass. So sure.
Sure. Okay.
It's just jarring to see him with hair. It was so jarring.
Yeah, I didn't know who it was until
he started talking.
No, until they do the present day, and he's got no hair. And I was like,
oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, the minute he started talking, I was like, holy shit, that is him.
Huh. Apparently, he's also Polynesian or something.
Yeah. Well, he's one of
Didn't know
Jason Momoa's idols, and Momoa apparently wanted him to play his father.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's really cool. We see Tom, that's the lighthouse keeper. He grows up, he meets Atlanta, that's Nicole Kidman, the queen of Atlantis, and they have a baby.
I had a layover in Atlanta on my way back from Vegas.
Very, very good. Excellent.
Hey, so did old Tom Curry. Am I right?
Very good.
He had a layover in Atlanta, you know what I'm saying?
Very good. Very, very good. Yeah, that's why they call it Hot Atlanta.
Nice.
Tom and Atlanta have a baby, and they name him Arthur. You're all right, boy.
We're gonna go to TV.
There you go. So we get this army blasting through the wall, and they take Atlanta by the authority of King Orvax. But then Atlanta just starts beating the shit out of them.
Yeah, I like how she's like, I'm gonna have to go. And then he calls her name. He's like, Atlanta. And she's like, nah, I'll just beat the shit out of him.
Yeah. Call me Savannah. Cities in Georgia.
Nice.
The CGI is really weird at that part, though. I think the CGI is weird throughout the movie, but
yeah, it's all over the place. And I think it's because of all the underwater stuff.
Yes, I think that's absolutely true. I think that's where they had to spend most of their money.
Yeah, but I mean the action there is cool. She fucks his house up big time.
Yeah, but that's superhero movies.
Yeah. Also, do you have any idea how hard it is for me to get a TV delivered to this fucking lighthouse? That would be what I would say to her.
She's been on land for several years and just realizes what crying is. He's like, where I come from, the ocean takes your tears away. You have a toddler. You haven't cried yet?
Yeah. She's stoic as fuck. Dude.
Yeah, for real. But she hasn't even seen anyone cry. She hasn't seen her toddler cry.
I don't know. All I know is, as I was watching, I was like, this is relatable, because I met my wife the same way.
She was dying on the shore?
Yeah, she just washed up, and I was like, oh.
You said, a merwoman. Oh, she's unconscious. Zzz. Andy, no. I do like the transition into the Boston Aquarium, where we use the fish in the ocean to transition there. And these kids are just being a jerk to Arthur for no reason.
Yeah. They're like fucking losers. Like, I'm just existing, man.
I'm just looking at the fish.
I'm doing what you're doing, man. We're at an aquarium. We're looking at fish. Yeah. My guy, come on.
Just on a field trip. Just want to look at the sharks.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool, all the fish like gathering up behind him after the shark smashes against the fucking wall.
Yeah, it's like cool, but I just can't shake the lameness of Aquaman. It's like, wow, he's got an army of fish. Okay, well, what if I just leave the aquarium? What are you going to do, Arthur? Huh? I'm not afraid of your shark that's can't get out of the fucking water, dude.
Hey, that's totally fair.
It's just, I hate it. I don't know. I just hate Aquaman. And that's not this movie's fault.
No, that's
I
not this
think
movie's fault. Although I will
it's
say part of this movie's fault is Aquaman should, it's nothing on land. So like he shouldn't even be doing stuff on land.
yeah, like they go to a desert later.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell is this?
Well, they do explain that pretty well.
Yeah, but like there's they go to so many different places and it's all for like 2 minutes.
That is
And
true. They're
it's
hopping
just like,
all over the place.
yeah, it's just a lot. And I'm like, I don't like I never feel planted in this movie because of that. It's just like now we're over here, now we're over there. And let me tell you, there's like 9 conversations that are interrupted by explosions.
Yes, that is true.
It's like literally every other conversation. Like, oh no, it's a fight. And it's like, okay, cool. The fights are cool.
Yeah.
I didn't see any fight in this that I was like, lame. They're all cool.
Well, we get to really the first fight here, and they're on the ship when they're trying to kidnap the Russian Navy or some shit like that, or the Norwegian Navy.
And he's like defending them for I don't really understand why.
Reasons.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. It's just reasons.
And then he fucking straight up kills that dude.
Which dude?
The Black Manta's dad.
He doesn't kill him.
Well, he leaves him to die.
He shot at him.
But he's Aqua. None of the bullets don't even hurt him.
Who cares? He tried to blow him up.
I don't know. I mean, he regrets it after.
Yeah, that was the problem I had with this movie. I honestly thought Aquaman should have just straight up killed Black Manta's father. Like, it shouldn't have been this gray area where he left him to die. Kill the dude. You get into a fight with him and you throw the pole through his chest, which is fucking sick.
Yeah.
And then he's like, all right. And then, like, he doesn't die unless he shoots at Aquaman. Just have Aquaman actually fucking kill him.
Yeah. Or, I mean, I thought it was kind of funny when the son's like trying to lift the thing off of him, and the dad's like, "If you don't leave me, I'll kill you too."
That was
right, man.
Well, that was also really dumb because it's like, wait, so you're just gonna kill your son? And he doesn't even wait for his son to leave.
No,
his son's not even fully out when he blows the thing. Like, you still could have killed him.
Yeah, what are you doing, dude? It's all I don't know. That whole part, I was like, who are these people? And it's just like they're pirates. Like for what though? Like what kind of pirate has this crazy technology and they like look like the Doom guy?
Yeah.
And I was just like, who is this? Why? A lot of this is just thrown at you. Like the first scene that we get with any Atlanteans are the 3 people we've never seen before. It's Patrick Wilson, Dolph Lundgren, and Willem Dafoe. And they're just talking all this fucking about the fucking royalty and the hierarchy and all this shit. And I'm like, I don't know who you are. I don't know what you're talking about. And I already don't care because it's fucking Aquaman. So, like, introduce the plot and these characters a little better, please, because I'm already lost.
That's fair. My big problem with, just backtracking a little bit, the fight with who I like to call Gray Manta, because he's an old Black Manta and he's got graying beard.
Very good.
Is they tell a cooler story that I would have liked to see about the story of Black Manta's grandfather. It was like, yeah, he was a frogman in World War II. And then when he was rejected by his country, he became a pirate on his own, armed with a knife. And I'm like, well, I want to watch that movie now.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And he kept the knife. That was cool.
Yeah. I was like, that's sick. You just told me an awesome story, and now that's what I want to see.
Yeah. And, like, you guys barely have any lines in this fucking movie. Like, Black Manta's really just there. He's like, oh, I'm going to get revenge. And then he tries and fails, and then we don't see him again. It was like, all right, what the hell was that about?
I think this was more about setting him up as the big bad for movie number 2, which he is.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
And I think they knew that in the span of one movie, and I think this was actually kind of smart on their part, they didn't turn around and say, oh, look at this human who could fight with Aquaman.
Yeah.
You know, they reveal he's getting all this stuff from King Orm. And then at the end of the movie, spoiler alert, by the way, after he gets his shit rocked, he's getting fixed by Randall Park.
Yeah. The actor
So,
Randall Park.
Yeah, exactly. I forgot his name in the movie.
Yeah, I don't know either.
So I think what they've done is they've set up this guy who has skills where he could easily take a normal human in a fight, but now he's getting the technology through these movies, so he's going to be able to fight Aquaman. So I actually personally like that progression of Black Manta instead of being this guy who, oh, he's a human who can fight Aquaman. We see why he wants to get Aquaman here. We watch him gradually get stronger. We watch him get the tech. We're going to watch him get the knowledge from from Randall Park. And now he's going to be more prepared to fight Aquaman.
Right. I think I just have a problem with Aquaman because in my notes,
I noticed
in my notes, I said, imagine being such a fucking loser that your arch rival is fucking Aquaman. Like fucking Aquaman.
Well, if you're a pirate, that makes sense.
Right. It's so situational, though. It has to be nautical.
All supervillains are situational. Batman has a villain called the Joker. It's a literal fucking clown.
But it's in the city of Gotham. It's got its own world that I care about. I don't give a shit about your fucking...
You don't care about our oceans.
I care about the real oceans,
Robbie. You
don't
care about our oceans.
Oh my God, there's so much tears. So many tears, man. But like, I don't... Also, Orm wants war with the surface world. And Aquaman is like, no, this place is pretty good. And even when he's talking to Mira about it, he's like, she's like, well, what about, all the pollution, all the waste, just the killing of life, like all the ocean, you fucking, like, you guys suck. And he's like, no, that's cool. But you ever been to Italy?
Yeah. She's in Sicily for 3 minutes and she's like, you know what?
I get it now. Yeah.
This is pretty nice.
And then they destroy all of Sicily.
It's the equivalent of when you go on vacation and go, I'm going to move here.
Yeah. I'm going to live in this somewhat poverty-stricken area because it's nice.
Hey, this child gave me a copy of Pinocchio. Excellent.
Yeah. I'm gonna live here, I think. And then Black Manta shows up and they fucking destroy the city. Destroy all the historical ruins.
I was cracking up on a lot of the title cards in this, or the location cards. It would just be like, somewhere in the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah.
Where? Okay. Now you have to tell me where in the Atlantic Ocean. Is it off the coast of somewhere? Even if you want to tell me the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, that's giving me more of an idea than just somewhere.
Right. Because like, how do they get around? Like, how do they know?
So
I don't know.
I didn't like that. This, I have to say, the underwater here looks 1,000 times better than the underwater world in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
Yeah.
It's cartoonish, but I can see it.
That's the thing. I think for this kind of thing, you got to go gaudy. You got to go like all the way.
Yeah. I like the bioluminescence of everything.
Yeah. That's cool. And it makes sense because it's dark in the ocean.
Yeah.
But like in Black Panther, everything was like real dim and gray. And it's like, wow, we all live here. We're having this sucks. And you know it. Like,
yeah. Well, that's the thing. In Wakanda Forever, it looked boring. It looked terrible. Yeah. It looked run down. Here, it looks like a vibrant city.
Right.
I'd rather have the cartoonish aspect of it and see things and have something interesting to look at than bluish, grayish, blackish nothingness. Real quick, thank you so much for listening. If you want to send us some feedback, send us an email at roydsreview@gmail.com. That's ROYDSREVUE@gmail.com.
You could also find our music on Spotify, iTunes, wherever you get your music, by searching The Royds. That's ROYDS. We have 2 albums and a Christmas song. Hope you like it.
When we get this first attack, when Dafoe and Lundgren and Patrick Wilson are talking, I honestly was like, right away, that's not the humans. They didn't even set anything up, and I'm like, that's obviously not the humans.
Yeah, and then it's revealed that the submarine that they attacked was in order to, make it seem like the humans attacked.
Yeah.
Which I thought was cool. It was a nice tie-in for that beginning part to the
Oh, absolutely.
actual
Yeah.
plot. It's pretty good.
But then we get another title card after that. After Aquaman is like, I'm not gonna help you, Amber Heard, but I will kill Orm if he attacks. It's like, then go help her.
Yeah, I don't know. I found the plot to be like, at first, because it was just all this like, oh, the four kingdoms. It was like, I don't know what's going on. I don't care.
Andy, there were seven kingdoms.
All right, whatever.
No, Andy, there were 7 kingdoms. I'm going to list them out for you because I wrote them down today.
Okay, do it.
All right, we have the 7 kingdoms of Atlantis. All right, first off is the actual kingdom of Atlantis.
Okay.
Then we have the kingdom of Zebel.
Zebel, okay.
That's what Dolph Lundgren is the king of.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then we have the kingdom of the fishermen.
Okay. It's just a bunch of guys with fishing rods.
Yes.
Like, we just decided to live here.
Yep. Very good. Excellent. Then the kingdom of the brine. Those are the crab people.
Crab people.
That's all I was doing while they were on. That's all I was doing. The kingdom of the trench. That's where all the monsties.
That was the best part of this movie.
Well, yeah, it's James Wan. That was James Wan being like, I can do horror now, and I'm going to do that.
You remember that? You remember me doing horror? Check this shit out.
And then Kingdom of the Deserters, which is why they go to the desert, and the Lost Kingdom, which is going to be the focus of the next movie.
Squeakle.
Now, what is interesting is in the comics, 2 of these basically died out before the comics start. But they decided to include them in the movie. I believe it's the brine and the fisherman, I want to say, are the 2 people who died out long before the actual events of the comics. But here they have the Kingdom of the Deserters as really the only group that died out.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Almost interesting.
I think that's interesting. I like lore like that.
Didn't have anything to do with Aquaman.
Okay, man.
No, I agree. I like, I like some lore myself. I just can't, man. I can't get paid. You know what? The coolest Aquaman's ever been was in the Justice League TV show where he had to cut off his hand to save his baby. Remember that?
No, never really watched a Justice League TV show.
Ooh, it's so good. I would even say it's excellent.
I'd watch it.
Yeah, that and Justice League Unlimited.
I've watched that. I also played the video game.
I've never played the video game.
It was like, I think it's called Justice League Unlimited. It could be something else. Maybe Justice League Heroes, maybe. It was for the PS2, and you could play as like 2 or up to like 4 players. And as you went on in the story, you unlocked more heroes. It was pretty sick.
Oh, it's kind of like X-Men Legends.
Yeah.
But with that's cool.
Yeah, and you could play as Aquaman, and they had Zatanna, who I played as all the time. I was like, look at her.
I would never play as
look
Aquaman.
at those pixels, baby.
Yo.
I was on Instagram the other day talking about depravity. I'm on Instagram the other day, and I'm scrolling, and they just show you like suggested things. And I saw a thing that was NSFW pixel art, and I was like, that's fucking gross. And then 20 minutes later, I realized I was the problem because I was still scrolling the page.
What is it?
It's literally like 8-bit pixel art of like some guy like programs, and it's like, watch it, when you play 8-bit games, it's the women and you'd see like their titties bouncing and shit.
Huh. What was it called again?
NSFW pixel art. Now I'm just giving some random fucking pervert on Instagram. What's really funny? He came immediately. You know what's the weirdest thing when you stumble across those weird fucking sex pages? There's always like one person that's following it, and you're like, you're gross. You're icky, man.
Oh man. But like, you're also, the algorithm was like, this is for you.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm not gonna advertise it to the world like I just did.
Right. Oh shit. I used to get a lot of like hentai game ads, and I was like, why am I getting this? I don't search anything like this. Yeah, it was because I was like deep into anime at the time.
Oh yeah, that's absolutely why.
And it was just like, I bet you like anime titties. I was like, I don't know. That's just not why I like the anime. But I'll give this a click. Click virus.
Well, yeah.
God punished.
Well, I was clicking on an Instagram page that was on Instagram still. I'm not clicking out of there.
Gramification.
Very good. The only time I'm clicking on that is a link tree to see some OnlyFans, baby. All right, let's talk about Aquaman.
They're gonna get really hot if they only use fans. They should use
very, 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 very good.
You need that Freon, you know what I'm saying? All right. I like how they make up sea creatures. Like they're like, hey, check this out. Because it's not cool enough, so they need to make it cool.
Like what?
Like the giant seahorses that they ride.
Seahorses are real. Continue.
Giant ones that you can ride, Robbie.
Maybe they're really small.
All right, they got the fucking Leopleurodon that shows up occasionally.
Those legitimately were real.
They used real Leopleurodon?
No, in real life. But like,
oh my goodness. Well, they had some of these
the sea alligators.
Yeah, those weird sea alligators.
Those were real.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they're extinct, but those were absolutely real.
Okay, that big old Kraken mama.
Okay, that wasn't real.
No, but that was cool.
That was cool.
I liked how it was like, fuck you. And then he starts talking to her. He's like, oh, you can hear me?
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. You can hear what I'm saying.
Yeah, I didn't mean to say all that shit. We'll get to that later. That I like that scene, but again, we'll get to that.
I think Amber Heard's fish boat looks pretty cool when she's like, get in here. And it's like a fish boat. But like, why do we need these boats if they could just speed through the water?
Yeah, I wondered that myself. I kind of like, maybe this belongs in questions, but like, does that take energy or they could just do it and do it forever? Because I know like in Dragon Ball, here I go, in Dragon Ball, they can fly, but it takes energy. So like Goku will use the Nimbus, get on the Nimbus and fly because he doesn't use his own energy. I was thinking maybe it's that kind of situation, but I don't know.
I guess.
Excuse me.
Orm is right, by the way. We do treat the oceans like shit.
Yeah, and we should pay dearly for it.
Yeah, so I don't blame him. But then we get the official challenge. It's Arthur versus Orm at WrestleMania.
Nice. I checked the runtime at that moment because I was like, is this the end of the movie? Because this is the final fight, right? This is like the good guy versus the bad guy. And I was like, nope, there's an hour left.
Yeah, my problem with this fight here is Orm needs to fuck him up. And it is not nearly as one-sided as it should have been.
Not at all. He almost wins.
Yeah, and I'm like, this seems pretty fair.
Yeah. Like you don't even need that trident.
Yeah, Orm wins. Sorry.
Yeah. But like, I don't know. The whole thing, I mean, that's the plot at some point. It's like, you need the sacred trident that grants the power of the chosen one and all that nonsense. It's like
the MacGuffin of the sea.
Yeah, and then there's a war between the surface and Atlantis that's brewing, and Black Manta's also getting his vengeance, and it's like this movie just started. What's going on? Which one? And they all do eventually converge.
Yeah,
which is good. I wrote that note earlier. By the end of the movie, I was like, that was a lot simpler than it came off at first. But at first, they kind of, I think the pacing in
this movie
drags. Yeah, it drags, or it's going too fast. It's weird. But how long is this movie? I didn't even see.
Almost 2.5 hours.
Damn.
It's too long.
That's too long.
You know what I thought the funniest part of this movie was? Before the fight, the pros and cons list of each fighter.
Yeah.
And Arthur has no pros.
Yeah. So he's ugly. He stinks.
He's also labeled a half-breed.
Yeah, half-breed, the mud.
Well, that's all I ever heard.
Oh, shit. Cher just showed up to the Roy's and podcast.
I also love, what's the octopus name? Tobo or something like that, playing the drums.
Yeah, I read something about that. I didn't know he had a robot.
A robot, yeah.
Robot. I didn't know. Yeah, you know, all octopi are robots, right, Robbie?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, don't ever believe the government. But I didn't know he had a sidekick that was an octopus.
An octopus sidekick.
Apparently, James Wan was like heavy. He was like featuring him heavy in it, and the studio was like, no.
I don't blame them.
No. Yeah, he's like, all right, I'll have him play drums.
Because 90% of the humor in this is awful. In fact, I'll say 99% of the humor in this is awful.
Yeah, it's very like, hey, you like Marvel?
That's exactly what this was.
But it's Marvel, you know, I feel like Marvel has like a 75% hit rate with the jokes, you know?
Marvel, it works better because we know the characters.
Right. See, that's, again, I'm going to save it for later. I got a lot to say about later.
Like, that's the thing. Marvel, we know the characters. Here, it just feels like everyone's just cracking jokes. And it's like, am I supposed to take this seriously or not?
Yeah, it's because it's still fighting off that Zack Snyder thing. Everything's serious.
Yeah.
And I'm a badass, and this movie's almost in black and white, but not quite because it's so dark. It's like, all right. But, and I even like some of the Zack Snyder stuff because some of it is good.
Yeah.
And the way they portrayed Arthur in Justice League, because for some reason they did Justice League before, like they did one solo movie, and then they were like, let's do Justice League. And Arthur is portrayed as like truly damaged.
Yeah.
And then like you hear about his story in this, and it's like, yeah, that makes sense. He would be damaged, but he shows zero signs of it.
None.
He's just like, I'm just here to party, brother.
Well, he pops on the ship. He goes, permission to come aboard. I was like, shut the fuck up.
Oh, my fucking God, dude. There was a lot. Like, the action in that submarine is good.
I love when he gets the guy in the fireman's carry and just runs him into the door frame.
Great stuff. And, like, it looks great, but there's several, like, slow-mo walk-offs. Like, he just beats somebody up, and then he just, like, struts away in slow-mo. I'm like, oh, my God. What is it, 2003?
Basically. There were a lot. Actually, it's funny you said that, because there were a lot of times in this where it felt like almost an early 2000s film with, like, the guitar coming in at times.
Yeah. I think the guitar worked well in Wonder Woman. Like, playing her theme.
Yes.
Whenever she does it, cool guy shit, I'm like, oh, that's working for me, but it rarely works.
Not here. It doesn't work here.
Definitely not here, because it's Aquaman.
Very good.
And he's lame.
Very, very good. We get another.
What you do?
I hated them jumping from this fucking plane, man.
Yeah, and the guy's like, what are you doing? What are you doing back there? He's like, redheads. And he jumps off. Get the fuck out of here. I'd be like, good, get off my fucking plane.
Yeah, all right, I don't care. I'm going to keep flying. They paid me. And that poor goat, I'm like, that goat's going to jump.
Yeah, also, you ripped off my door.
Yeah, to my plane. I need that.
I'm going to go fucking deaf, dude. Popping my ears like crazy.
Then we get another somewhere in the Indian Ocean now.
Oh.
Black Manta gets some sick gear from Orm, and then they're walking through the desert, and I just want them to shut the fuck up.
Yeah. That's where she's like, well, humans suck. And he's like, nah, you're missing the point.
Yeah, it's fucking terrible. There's no chemistry between Jason Momoa and Amber Heard. None.
No, well, I think it's, have you seen any of the recent things she said about Jason Momoa?
I don't believe any of that.
No, I think it's very funny because she's like, he would mock me by dressing up like Johnny Depp. And everybody's like, that's just how Jason Momoa dresses.
That's how he's always, yeah.
Yeah.
She's a fucking, I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to get into it. She's awful in this movie. You know what I mean? I think there's no chemistry.
Yeah, it's not. It's just like they can't. They're like, who's hot?
Yeah,
put her in there. And it's like, all right, well, you're gonna regret it.
Yeah,
and they did.
Oh boy! And now she's in the sequel because Elon Musk threatened them.
Yes. Yeah.
Insane shit.
Isn't it?
They stumble into the kingdom of the deserters, and this was really fucking stupid because she was able to pull the smallest amount of moisture out of Arthur.
Yeah. Also, like, that thing it's in a desert, so it's super fucking dry.
Right.
And this one tiny little bead of water gets all those gears turning.
No.
What? What? What?
Well, fucking shit. That's why, like, the humor here is bad when he goes, I could have just peed on it. First of all, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Second of all, you also could have just spit on it, apparently.
Yeah. But like, you could have just peed on it. That's like classic, like, I do whatever I want because I'm a tough guy. I'll fucking whip it out right here, right now. I'll piss on it. I'll fucking piss on it, dude. Shut up.
But
Arthur,
you know what?
You're unbearable.
Even then, if she's like, we need water, his first answer should have been like, I can try peeing on it if you want. Like, we've just been in a plane with no bathroom. I probably got to go. Here's a question that I just thought of, so I'm not saving it for questions.
Okay.
Why don't these fucking Atlanteans carry around water bottles or some shit?
That's a good idea. Also,
Like, Amber Heard's character, Mira, she can control liquid. Why doesn't she carry around water in some capacity?
yeah, that's like her only weapon.
Yeah, get a fucking Poland Spring jug if you have to.
That's a good point, Robbie. Here's another question that should probably go in questions. When Orm was taken out of the water, you know, when Amber Heard did that thing to save Arthur in their first fight.
Yeah.
Put him in like an air bubble. It looked like he couldn't breathe. I was like, can this guy not breathe underwater? I mean, without water. And is that a thing? Can Atlanteans breathe out of the water?
They explain. Willem Dafoe has one line. In the scene where they go into like the air pocket or whatever in that little sunken ship, Willem Dafoe says something like only airborns or something like that, or calls him something, can breathe outside of water. But they don't specify what that is.
Yeah, because he could breathe outside of water.
What's the thing? He could do it. Mira could do it. Apparently, Orm can do it. Apparently, Atlanta can do it. But it's like, you need to tell me what that is.
Yeah. Or just don't mention it and they can all breathe out of water.
Yeah. Why not just have that? They evolved that way. Who cares?
Right. I don't know.
I do like the scenes of King Orm trying to recruit all the other kingdoms. I could have used more of that.
Yeah.
Well, I could have used more of that with the fishermen. And then when the brine one was just a battle, I was like, let's go, guys. We don't need all this.
Yeah, it was like, this movie seems really expensive.
Yes.
Like, there's like almost every shot is CG. And like,
the fights between Aquaman and King Orm or Ocean Master are literally just a cartoon.
Yeah.
They look like shit at times. They look like shit.
Yeah, and you know, it's the hair, and like a lot of the times it's just like the actor's floating head in a CGI body.
Yeah.
And it looks weird.
It does.
And I know that they did like big rigs where they'd rig the
rigs.
I'm good too old for this shit. Like they at a certain point, like you said, it's pretty much a CGI cartoon.
Yeah.
Just make the whole movie animated. You'll save a bunch of money. Like, I don't know. I guess it probably wouldn't sell as well.
Almost certainly not.
Yeah. That's why, you know how like the new DCU, like James Gunn's like, there's gonna be animated movies, yada yada. Like that's not gonna sell like you think it is.
Well, there's gonna be animated movies on HBO Max.
Oh, actually, it's just called Max now.
Oh, you're right. You're absolutely right. There's absolutely no way that they'll release an animated film into theaters that's not on the level of Spider-Verse. There's no way.
Yeah. I mean, Spider-Verse set a whole new bar.
Exactly. As great as like the Batman animated, like Mask of the Phantasm, as great as that is, that bombed in theaters.
Yes, it did.
So, and you know, that was 30 some odd years ago, but you're not going to
do better now for sure.
Yes, but it's not going to do well. And especially it depends
on the budget, I guess.
But
because like now, superhero things always have a big name behind them. If you just got a bunch of nobodies and did a movie like Mask of the Phantasm, again, you wouldn't get that return because you got nobody behind it. But also,
are they
you're
going
not
to take the
spending that
risk
much.
of paying Jason Momoa to do an animated Aquaman?
I don't know. Also, I think he's done with Aquaman. I think
Yeah, he's going to be
because
Lobo.
every single DC movie, they're like, this is the end of the old universe and the beginning of the new one. And the next one comes out like, no, this is the beginning of the new. And then the next one comes out, they're like, no, that wasn't it. This one is it. Because they don't want to just be like, none of this counts because nobody will go see it.
Right.
They're just lying to us so that we still go see it and then stay tuned for what's next. But like, it really doesn't start until a James Gunn movie comes out.
Yeah.
You know?
Did you see Blue Beetle?
I didn't. Did
Me
you?
neither. No.
I don't think anybody did.
No.
I heard good things though.
So did I. That's the problem. I heard it was pretty good and no one wanted to go see it.
I like Blue Beetle. I don't know that much about it, but like, you know, I've only read about him in like crossover events. I've never like picked up a Blue Beetle. But like,
me neither. Most of the Beetles I see are black.
Very good.
Thank you.
Yeah, British. I never. Oh shit! From Liverpool. But yeah, I'm gonna check it out once it gets on HBO or whatever. I'll check it out. I did see The Flash.
Oh, that was terrible.
You saw it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
It was bizarre.
No, it was one of the worst films I've ever seen.
I saw it, and I remember at the end. You know what the coolest part of that movie was in the beginning when he's first going back in time, and like he sees something move, and he's like, "The fuck is that?" And then it runs at him.
Yes.
I was like, "That's fucking cool." And then you never see it again until the very end of the movie, and by that time you already know what the fuck that thing is. Oh, it's the other one. It's the other Barry.
Yeah.
Great.
That movie sucked.
Yeah, it did.
That movie was so bad.
It did. But there, you know what? I think there was a good movie in it. And I think that the studio
deep down inside.
I think the studio was like Spider-Man Far From Home. Spider-Man No Way Home. Do that. And they're like, but we don't have really nearly as much notoriety as all these recent Spider-Man movies. They were like, shut up and do it. I was like, all right, here's dead Christopher Reeves in terrible, terrible taste.
That was so... I hated that. I hated seeing the Nicolas Cage Superman.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, get Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
Not this weird CGI robot for a second with no dialogue. Like, if you're going to do that, do it.
Yeah, just go for it.
And also, Michael Keaton, like, felt bad.
I'll never blame someone for taking the paycheck.
No.
But first of all, why can't he just be bald? That hair looked so bad.
Yeah, it did. It did.
But Bruce Wayne can go bald. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's totally fine.
Then I fucking hated it. He's like, you want to get nuts? Big zoom. Let's get nuts.
I hated that.
I'm about to fucking leave.
Yeah, I was ready to turn it off at that point.
Yeah.
I hated it.
The theater.
That sucks. You're an idiot.
Because I support Ezra Miller.
Jesus Christ. You know what's funny?
Send them checks on the regular.
Oh, you're personally mailing Ezra Miller checks. You're not even buying their movies.
Nah. I support everything they did.
Oh, wow. Okay, I don't know who's a bigger piece of shit, you or them.
All right, let's get back to this fucking atrocity. No, it's not nearly as bad as The Flash.
No, this is much better than The Flash.
No.
But when Arthur's looking at the statue and he's like, oh, wait a second. Romulus is the king. He's one, the only statue that's facing the ocean. Two, the only statue that has his hand up to his cutout eye holes, perfectly shaped to fit the bottle.
The cutout eye holes would definitely give it away. Like, I think we're supposed to look here.
None of the other statues have arms. He sticks out like an object you interact with in an old school side scroller.
Yeah.
Or like the background in a Scooby-Doo cartoon. It's like, okay, that's the thing they're going to move.
It might as well have been glowing. Like when you have detective mode on in Batman.
And they're like, so it's got to be. And he's looking at all of them. He's going through. It's like, you wouldn't look at the one that's facing the ocean?
Yeah. Come on, my guy. Come on.
At least put them all in a line or something. They're in a fucking circle. Why would you even look at the other ones?
Yeah.
Nope. The secret's not in that wall right there.
Amber Heard, more like Amber Seen.
Very, very, very good. That was excellent.
Thanks. The Black Manta fight, though, it's cool. It's very cool. I like how he starts, like, he actually hurts Arthur. And he's, like, surprised by it. But those wounds don't mean anything because he still moves just as fast and strong. But in broad daylight, it looks like a Power Ranger fight.
That's what I said, too.
Yeah.
The Black Manta straight up looks like a Power Rangers villain.
And, like, I like the costume design. I like it.
Yes.
Because I think it's okay for costumes to be cheesy. I think that's something we've kind of forgotten with Marvel kind of graying everything out. Everything's a little like less colorful. I think recently they've been getting back into it. But like it's okay to look like a big old cheese ball. It's fucking comics, Like,
well, yeah, that's why I really like when he goes, I'm going to need a larger helmet.
Yeah.
Because like at least he's explaining why it looks silly, but it's comic book accurate, which is really cool.
Yes. I even kind of like the comic book accurate suit that your boy gets at the end. Like,
what do you mean, kinda? That's fire.
It's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd say kinda because I don't like Aquaman.
I know that, but I think when he gets on that gold and green suit, that is absolute fire.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I was hyped at that. But you're right. It looks like a Power Rangers fight. They're running through the rooftops like Aladdin.
Yeah.
Like one jump,
they're just
head of the straw man, 3 steps, head of the ray.
And they're fucking demolishing. Like they're jumping on roofs and
destroyed.
falling right through. Yeah, and then all these people are like, my house.
Why? That new Mario game looks really good. I haven't played it yet.
Yeah, it does.
When Aquaman saves that dude from under the rubble, I'm pretty sure he could have gotten out himself.
Yeah.
And also, the part with the girl was pointless because I know they're not going to kill that little girl in a PG-13 movie. That when they had guys walk in with automatic rifles and turned guys into Swiss cheese, there was no blood.
Nope.
I was like, obviously, they're not going to kill this little girl. And that's a good thing. It didn't need it.
Yeah.
But like, there's no suspense here. I know he's a good guy.
It seems like towards the end of filming, like if they film this in order for some reason, like they were like, oh no, you could use blood PG-13. He was like, what? Fuck. Because like later on there's blood.
Yeah. Well, they have to limit the blood.
Yeah. I don't know.
But Aquaman does make quick work of Black Manta.
Yeah, even with his power-ups, like he slices and dices him a little bit, but Aquaman's like, I'm still gonna win, dude. Like,
and then Black Manta falls like Homer Simpson down Springfield Gorge.
Yeah.
He hits every ledge on the fucking way down.
Yeah, he does. And then the ambulance takes him up, and then they hit a tree, and he falls out again. That honestly, I pull that shit up on YouTube when I'm feeling down, and I watch.
That's one of the funniest things in television history.
Yeah, it's incredible.
When he hits everyone.
Yeah.
Fuck. I really like that shot of them going down into the ocean, and he's holding the flare with all the trench creatures.
Yeah, that part's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool shit.
Yeah, I was like, wow. An hour and a half in, and this is getting pretty good.
Wow, look at us.
I thought that whole section, like when he gets to the trench, I mean, because I thought it was cool because I don't know Aquaman lore very well. All I know is Aquaman, Ocean Master, Black Manta.
All I knew was Aquaman and Black Manta. That's all I knew.
Okay.
I didn't even know Ocean Master.
Yeah, I know Ocean Master. I didn't know he was his brother though. I just knew Ocean Master was another Aquaman villain. But like, I thought the trench, like saying, oh, she was executed by being sacrificed to the trench. I was like, okay, the trench is like a really deep part of the ocean or something. But it's like a people.
Yeah.
I thought that was very cool. I thought that was a cool reveal. I don't know if it was even supposed to be a reveal.
Well, it wasn't because they mentioned it earlier.
Oh,
they actually showed them earlier.
Really?
Yeah, because they said that when they were talking about the Atlantis sinking into the sea, and they talked about some of the people devolved, and then they showed them explicitly. Yeah,
but I didn't know that was the trench. I thought that was just like some of them became spooked.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
But like, I think the trench as a name for a creature, like that's very cool. It reminds me of like, what is it, the Brood in X-Men?
In WWF, Gangrel, Christian, and Edge.
I was thinking the Brood in X-Men.
Oh, yo, Gangrel and the Brood hot fire theme music.
Nice.
Yeah.
Was it the Roids?
No.
Oh.
We were children. We were literal single-digit children.
Oh. All right, maybe next time. So yeah, they go into like the trench layer, and then they come out in this
fucking Island Nublar.
In the center of the world, or whatever.
Yeah, some shit. The Earth's core, the lost ocean at the Earth's core, they call it.
And then there's dinosaurs running around, and I was like, where? What happened? Where? What? Who?
Yeah.
What? Where? Why? How? But I was cool with it. I was like, whatever. And then, when that thing saves Mira, I was like, oh, that's Nicole Kidman for sure. And then
absolutely. And that costume looked fucking sick. The one Nicole Kidman was wearing.
It did until there was. I mean, again, they did it in broad daylight.
Yeah.
So she also looks like a big rubbery. Power
which I don't mind so much because I'm talking about like the bones. I thought the bones were a cool aspect.
But they just looked rubbery. If they looked more bone like, I'd love it. But I do.
Andy loves a bone.
I do.
Oh,
but like,
boy.
I did like how she was just walking around with that for the rest of the movie, and I thought that was silly.
Yeah.
I but then he goes in. They're like, "Oh, you got to go in." That the Trident.
Oh, so, I'm sorry. Real quick, talking about that. Well, Amber Heard, Mira, she always seems to have that green suit available to her because every now and then she's just back in it.
Yeah, I think it was just like boobies.
Her skin.
Yeah. Oh.
She has scaly green skin.
That's the studio or somebody being like, get them boobies in there.
Oh, most certainly. Almost certainly.
But I liked like he goes into the layer of the Kraken, whatever the fuck it is, to get the Trident. And the Kraken is like, fuck you.
It's the Carathan?
The Carathan.
The Carathan? Yeah. Let me talk to your manager.
I'm going to speak to your manager. But like, I liked how his power that he used in the beginning, against the bullies is the thing that saves him. Just talking to the creature, letting him know that, like, I'm not your enemy, yada, yada, yada. I like that. But I liked how it was like, who are you? And he like explains that he's like, I'm nothing. I'm like half this, half that. I don't even fucking know what I am. And she's like, all right, take it, fucking sad boy. Jesus.
Well, she tells him that. She's like, but if you can't, I will kill you.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat you because I haven't eaten in centuries or whatever she says.
Yeah.
But like, I liked that because it's finally a human fucking moment from this perpetually cool guy. Every fucking single thing, it's either a quip or he's like, I'm a badass. He's like, I could use a fucking beer right now. Let me grab a fucking cold one. Even when he's talking to his dad, the whole fucking thing is like big shoulder pats and laughing. There's like, no matter, even though I could breathe water, you can still drink me under the table. Oh, man. And the dad's like, yeah, we're men. It's like, guys, be fucking human. Nobody on Earth behaves this way.
That's true.
this is fucked. I was like, I hate both of you, and I hope you both die.
I didn't think that.
By the end of this movie, I hope you're both dead. But then finally, he's like, I'm actually scared because I don't know if I could do this. And also, I don't even fucking know who I am. I lack identity. And finally, the creature that's like, I'm going to eat you, is like, fucking takes pity on him. It's like, wow, that's pretty sad, actually.
Oh, you're
Why don't you
pathetic.
try? Yeah, you're actually a fucking loser. Why don't you try? And if you can't do it, I'll eat you. How's that sound? He's like, okay, that's cool. And
He does it
like
instantly.
yeah, he does it no problem because he's Aquaman. He's perpetually fucking cool.
Yeah.
Even though he's fucking not because he's Aquaman.
I do like that King Atlan's dead body is still clutching the trident.
Yes, that's cool. Again, very cool imagery.
Yeah.
You know, James Wan, he's got it going on.
I also like that he disintegrates immediately after Arthur takes it.
Yeah, then we get the big fight at the end, and he wins.
Yeah. And King Orm is also constantly changing outfits because now he's got like a blue getup on.
Yeah, and then he's got a helmet that the brow furrows with his brow.
I know.
Like at first I was like, that's weird. And then I was like, I kind of actually like that because then you could see it's like Spider-Man's eyes moving, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's a really nice touch. Because in the comics you could do it, and then like live action, they were like, how do we do this? And they didn't get it right until Tommy Holland.
Yeah.
You know?
Aquaman rides the Carathan up through the seafloor, and this thing just looks like the Cloverfield monster.
Yeah, it does. It does work though. That shit was cool.
Oh yeah, no, it was really cool.
Yeah.
But I just thought it looked like the Cloverfield monster. And Aquaman's twirling the trident like a baton at one point.
Yeah, yeah. And he's doing the
thing that Vulko told him.
The Green Goblin.
Very good.
It was like, this is the move you're gonna use against Spider-Man.
And then your glider is gonna go right into your dick.
Yes. And you're gonna go, oh, right before it hits you. I always loved that in that movie.
Yeah, well, he's awesome.
Yeah, he's great.
He's
what was I gonna I mean the final fight is cool.
Yeah, it's whatever.
It's just like at this point, it's like, let's wrap this up.
Yeah, that's how I'm feeling too.
Yeah.
After Ocean Master like concedes, Mira speaks through a megaphone that we don't see because she's just talking and her voice is like echoing and shit. It's like that's not how that works.
Maybe she controls the sea and the vibrations. I don't know.
No, that's not how that works.
No.
Just
a flat no. Yeah, no, I agree. No. I agree no to all of this.
Atlanta and Tom reunite, and then in the post-credit scene, I was surprised there was only one. Black Manta stuff is being looked at by Randall Park.
Yeah, and that's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool. I just wish there was more to him than just like, give me the fish, man. That's like all he said through the whole movie. I want the fish man's blood. All right.
He killed my daddy. No, he didn't.
I love you, daddy.
Do the roar.
You did it.
Do the roar.
Check out our Shrek Forever After episode from Shrektember last year.
Yes, please do.
You got anything else to say about this, or shan't we go to Letterboxd?
Let's go to Letterboxd.
Okay.
The quicker I can stop talking about Aquaman, the better.
Yeah.
I would give this. Yeah, go ahead.
All that being said, this isn't a bad movie. It's just kind of there.
I was going to give it 1.5 stars.
Whoa. It seems like you liked it more than I did.
I think I did, but I thought it was boring. I thought the humor was bad. I thought there was no chemistry between the characters. I thought at times it looked like shit.
Yes.
It was way too long.
Yes.
So I gave it 1.5 stars.
All the action is solid. And
all the action is solid, but all the action is also a cartoon.
Yeah. I did like, well, not really on the submarine.
Okay.
That's the one.
Yeah.
I did like the one moment of fucking vulnerability that this fucking cool guy shows, but that's literally a minute of the movie.
Yeah.
So I'd I'd go 2 just because I didn't outwardly hate this.
All right, I'll go 2.
Okay.
I went with 2. Yeah, it's funny. I talked myself out of a 1. So you're gonna rate it?
Would I watch this again?
Never.
You would never watch this again.
I will never watch this again. I have no interest in watching this again. No. If someone asked me if I want to watch Aquaman, would be like if someone asked me if I want to do heroin. I'd be insulted.
Because the answer is yes.
Hey, you want to do fentanyl? No, I'd rather watch Aquaman.
You want to do fentanyl? Nah, you got a copy of Aquaman though.
That's basically the same thing.
All right, I just go 2 just because I don't think this is like a dismal movie. It's just like it's so meh that it makes it like even worse than it is. You know,
I get that. Well, that's to me makes it worse. I'd rather see things that are like big and crazy, but at least they tried something rather than just copying the Marvel formula.
Right. I think I don't know. I think it's stylistic enough that it's not the worst.
That's fair.
Yeah. Because normally I'd give like something that's just middle of the road 2.5. That's my thing. It's like it's half because it's 50%. It's whatever. But this is I'll go 2, rather than 2.5.
Give it a nice 40.
Yeah. You got any questions?
I have 3 questions.
Okay, questions is a segment where we ask any questions that we think weren't answered in the movie or just big old plot holes,
Yeah. How many questions you got?
I have 2.
I'll go first. Questions. When the fish army first breaks into Tom and Atlantis' house, did they just learn where she is? Because she is a toddler. She's been gone for a long time.
That's a good question.
That's what the segment's for.
Hey.
Questions.
When Ocean Master puts Willem Dafoe, sorry, I worded this wrong. When Ocean Master calls out Willem Dafoe for being a traitor, Willem Dafoe says, Arthur is already twice the king you will ever be. How? Arthur is not a king of anything.
That's a good question.
How is he already a better king?
Questions. Is there water in the fish boats? Because when they get at Amber Heard's fish boat, you see their hair still floating like they're in water.
I wonder why would they need a windshield if there's no wind? And they're all just submerged in water anyway.
Why wouldn't they all just be riding motorcycles? Why do some people have boats while other people are riding seahorses?
I don't know. That might go into my next question.
Okay, go for it. Questions.
What's the day-to-day in Atlantis like for like non-royals? Because we only see the royal life here. Like, we don't get a glimpse at any Atlantis outside the royal nonsense. And like, if they're so evolved, right? Like they were the smartest people and then they sunk into the ocean and they learned to live there. If they're so evolved, why do they still have like archaic shit like sacrifice her to the trench? Like, why do they still have monarchs if they're so evolved? And like all those weird executions and shit, like, I don't know. That's weird, right?
It is weird. Questions. Since we watched Arthur and Mira jump from a plane, wouldn't they have survived that fall through the desert?
Yeah. Yeah, they would have.
Okay.
Presumably. Yeah. That's it for me.
I have 5 trivias.
I have 4.
Ooh, okay, I'll go first then. Which kingdom of Atlantis wants peace with the humans? The kingdom of Zebel, kingdom of the brine, kingdom of the deserters, kingdom of the fishermen.
You said Dolph Lundgren was the Zebel,
Yes,
so I'm gonna go Zebel.
it's the fishermen.
Oh, well,
Because
that's they're men,
Very good.
just regular men with fishing rods who live in the ocean.
No, they're the fish creatures, and they're going, no, we don't. We want to. They're the most technologically advanced, and then Orm kills their king, and then looks at the daughter and is like, "You're now the queen, so you're with us."
Wow. Wow.
Wowza.
All right, when Nicole Kidman tridents the TV, what is playing on the TV? Is it Stingray, 50,000 Leagues Under the Sea, The Poseidon Adventure, or Creature of the Black Lagoon?
Stingray.
It is Stingray.
Yeah, that was almost one of my trivia questions.
I can see why you got that, because I didn't know Stingray was a movie.
The 60s. I think it was from the 60s. Which movie doll do we see underwater? Annabelle, Chucky, Slappy the Ventriloquist, Brahms.
I didn't see any of those, but I'm going to go Annabelle because James.
It is Annabelle.
Wan.
Yeah, that was pretty out. Yeah, it was Annabelle.
This movie surpassed which Marvel solo movie in the Chinese box office alone in its first week of release? Captain Marvel, Iron Man 2, Captain America Civil War, or all of the above?
All of the above.
All of the above. This surpassed every single Marvel solo movie.
Jesus.
Just in China.
Well, that's a big market.
It's a massive market, yeah. I think that's why this crossed Billy.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like, just because of China.
What is Vulko's title? That's Willem Dafoe's character. Is he a consultant, a vizier, a viscount, or a duke?
Is he a Viscount?
No, he's a vizier.
Is Viscount Viscount?
Might be Viscount. I Googled it. I Googled royal titles to get the other.
I have no idea.
I have no idea. Could be Viscount.
Email in.
Don't.
Okay.
Don't tell me. Only if I'm right. roydsreview@gmail.com.
Just like years from now, you're right. You're like, I don't know what this is in reference to. All right. Who was approached by WB, that's Warner Brothers, to direct this movie before James Wan? Was it James Gunn, Peter Jackson, Neil Blomkamp, or Joe Johnston?
I'm going to say Joe Johnston.
It was not Joe Johnston.
Neil Blomkamp.
It was not Neil Blomkamp.
What was the second guy?
Peter Jackson.
Peter Jackson.
It was Peter Jackson.
Yeah.
And he said no. I directed the fucking Lord of the Rings trilogy. Are you out of your gourd?
Yeah, I don't blame him for saying no.
Yeah.
I got a Beatles documentary to work on.
He said Aquaman?
Actually, he
would
was
come to me for. Yeah, he would have said Aquaman.
Aquaman. Yeah, I was gonna.
Yeah, because he's from the island. That's not a.
I don't know what that was.
I don't know either. All right.
What book is the snow globe on top of? The Great Gatsby, Moby Dick, The Dunwich Horror, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
It's either Moby Dick or 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
No.
Huh. Moby Dick.
No.
Huh. What was the third one?
The Dunwich Horror.
That one.
Yes.
What is that? H.P. Lovecraft?
Yes.
Nailed it.
Yeah, you nailed the author. Yeah, very good.
Okay, this is the only DC movie to have ... 0 scenes filmed on location. No mention of Batman. A hand getting chopped off. Or CGI capes.
No mention of Batman.
No mention of Batman is correct. It's
Let's
the
go.
only DC movie that does not mention Batman.
And whenever Batman's on screen, the other actors should be going, "Where's Batman?"
Yeah.
Hey, Andy.
Yeah.
Who voices the Carathan? Is it Judi Dench, Julie Andrews, Helen Mirren, or Emma Thompson?
Helen Mirren?
No.
Emma Thompson?
No.
Judi Dench?
No.
Julie Andrews?
Yes, the legend herself.
Oh my God.
The great Julie Andrews voices the
fucking nuts.
Carathan.
Holy shit.
What are we doing?
I don't know. She crushed it though. I really like.
Oh,
the
yeah.
voice.
She was not the problem with this movie.
Definitely not. This thing, I don't think anybody other than your girl Amber Heard is like dragging in this movie.
I agree.
Like, I think even Patrick Wilson is like fucking. I saw somebody said on the internet, Patrick Wilson is the most famous guy that nobody knows.
That's
He's
fair.
in like a whole bunch of shit, but it's like, who the fuck is Patrick Wilson? But I thought he was great in this.
Yeah, I thought he was good.
But everybody was great, other than your girl. And I mean, Jason Momoa is doing his best with what they're giving him.
Right. Yeah. I could have just peed on it. Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
Shut up. Shut up. Take a shower. You look dirty. You look dirty all the time. Take a shower.
Andy, I wrote a song.
No fucking way, dude. Same.
Whoa.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what do you want? You want heads or tails?
I want tails.
It's
Mammalian
heads.
Tails. All right, you go.
I thought you'd go fishtail.
Nah. Merman.
Merman pop. I thought you'd go whale tail like my thong.
I noticed that.
I'll go first.
And I didn't hate it, baby.
Oh, boy.
All right, you go
Oh,
first, you go first.
My song is a hip hop rap song.
Wow.
And I took it from the perspective that I thought King Orm was right in attacking the earth because, I don't know, if someone just started like blasting us with garbage and shit, we wouldn't go easy on them.
No.
So my song is called King Orm Was Right. And it goes a little something like this. I'm Aquaman, the ladies want my cock, yeah man. I glisten out the water, take my chance with Nereus' daughter. My father kept a lighthouse and my mama was a queen. My brother leads the largest army that you've ever seen. Bioluminescent fish are on the ocean floor. We reach the lost sea at the earth's core. Raptors, pterosaurs, and monsters of the sea, all trying to keep the trident from me. Gonna take the trident from a dead man's hands. Walk out the water onto the desert sand. I can cook a fish and the creatures of the deep, then go home and drink myself to sleep.
King Orm was right. 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 King Orm was right.
Saw the Marvel formula and so we had to duplicate. Our last few films left the keyboard neckbeards quite irate. Bloodless action interspersed with some awful quips, but we've also got some pretty cool stealthy neon ships. Let's take a second and think of this. A movie about a bunch of alien ships dropping all their garbage on Earth. Would we want to prove our worth? Would the humans be the bad guys when they fought back and refused to cut the aliens any fucking slack?
King Orm was right. 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 King Orm was right.
That was my song called King Orm Was Right.
I'll be spitting fire. Or
I
should I say spitting water?
very, very good. A waterbender. So I had nothing to write about with the song. There's nothing about the song that really captured me. This movie, rather. I had nothing to write about this movie. Other than I thought, I was like, I understand why King Orm was like, no, I'm going to destroy the surface world.
Yeah. And I think they don't really talk about that so much. That there's like two instances of it.
Well, they know because after a while, people go, he's right.
Yeah. And I think they kind of lean into more of he blames Arthur for them killing his mom because Arthur was from the land. So he's like, I hate them. But it's like, if you lean into the reasons you really should hate them, you are correct.
Exactly. But that's the thing.
Into the one.
It felt like the movie was doing this, and then the studio was like, yo, chill.
Yeah. Because they were like, we dump in the ocean all the time, actually. So
yeah. So that was like my point. Like a lot of the point, once King Orm mentioned like they pollute and shit, and Amber Heard's character, they pollute and shit. I was like, they're right. If there was actually like creatures like this or people like this who lived in the ocean, they would kill us.
Yeah.
If the whales and the sharks could legitimately fight back, they would.
Yeah.
A line against a fully grown 800-pound tuna?
in the open ocean?
Yeah. You'll lose that battle 9 out of 10 times. But yeah, that's kind of what I got caught up on. And that's why once I didn't really have a chorus. So I literally just chanted King Orm Was Right.
Well, it was good.
Thanks.
It was good. I liked it a lot.
Thank you. Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah. My house.
Or should I say, oh my God.
Yeah.
Robbie.
Yeah.
You lost everything.
No. I recovered it all.
Oh, well. I guess
I lost everything.
Oh my God, Robbie. You are taking me on a roller coaster here.
Taking you on the Gravitron.
Oh my God.
It's going in circles.
I'm going to throw up. All right. Well,
tell me about your song. Thank you.
My song is called Fishboy.
Very good.
And it is about Aquaman. Or should I say Aquaboy?
Aqualad.
Aqualad.
Aquaboy's in the next movie, by the way.
Really? Aqualad? Yes. Or is it Aquaboy?
Aquaboy, because it's the baby.
Oh.
Black Manta's gonna kill it.
Oh, is that like lore?
In the comics, yeah, Black Manta kills Aquaboy.
See,
as a straight up baby too.
See, that's because sales were down because it's Aquaman and nobody's fucking buying Aquaman. So like, we gotta do something crazy. We gotta kill a fucking baby. Get these sales going.
Do you know how they did it in the comics?
What does he do?
Black Manta traps the baby in like a ball of air and basically suffocates the baby with air.
Jesus Christ.
That's fucking sick. Let's go. Let me see that in the movie.
I don't think I need to see that.
If you suffocate a baby in Aquaman 2, it's 5 stars. I'll give it 5 stars. I won't even
have the balls to do it.
Yeah. No, I'm not kidding. I'm tired of bloodless violence. I'm tired of movies where no one can die. If you have the fucking cojones to kill a baby, first of all, you can't walk with balls that big. But in 2023, if you have the fucking nuts to kill a baby, I'll give you 5 stars for your fucking comic book movie. Absolutely.
I don't know.
It could be Flash level bad. I'll give you 5 stars. You know why? Because it means absolutely nothing what I give the movie on Letterboxd.
You know why? Because I carry no weight whatsoever. All right. I mean, I'll give it to him for the balls, but like, I don't want to see that. I'll be honest. I don't want to see it. I also don't want to see another Aquaman movie. Ever.
All I want to see is people miserable. That's all I ever want to see.
Weird. I'm fine with Aquaman appearing in other things, but don't give him I don't give a shit.
I mean, I'll watch The Lost Kingdom when it's streaming somewhere.
I don't even know if I will.
Okay, that's fair.
Unless we do an episode on it. Just like this one. I would not have watched this.
It wouldn't be like this one. It'd be a hot and fresh, probably. I mean, we could do it down the line.
A fat and fresh.
Very good. Tell us about your fucking song.
All right, my song's called Fishboy. And I'll talk about it after. Check it out. Fishboy, born from two worlds. Fishboy's mother executed. All 'cause he had the nerve to exist. Fishboy has something to prove with his fists. But Fishboy doesn't talk about it. Fishboy always plays it cool. Fishboy doesn't have much to say. Fishboy barely has a lesson to learn. Fishboy doesn't have an ending to earn. He seems so damaged early on. Everything interesting has gone. Fishboy doesn't talk about it. Fishboy always plays it cool. Fishboy doesn't have much to say. Below the surface, Fishboy is scared. He doesn't know if he really can save his people and become the Fishman. So the fish boy becomes a fish man.
I really
Yeah.
like that.
You understand?
Yeah, I got it. I understood. I was waiting for a blub blub glub glub at one point.
I thought like a lot of times I write my songs in the shower, like in my head, and then I'll like try to pick up a guitar later on and try and recreate whatever was in my head. And it almost never works. But for this one I was like, I'm gonna do a tremolo thing. Kind of like they did on Octopus's Garden, like have
Okay.
background vocals like wah 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 wah. But then I picked up the guitar and played that 3-chord thing, and I was like, that doesn't really match the vibe, so it's not going to do that.
That's fine.
Maybe for
I really
Aquaman
like that.
Dukes. Thank you.
What'd you say?
Said maybe for Aquaman Dukes.
Ooh. Let's not give people's hopes up. We might not even do that ever.
That's true. Is that even on the list?
No.
Okay. I mean, email in if you want it.
Yeah, if you really want us to do Aquaman 2, let us know.
Yeah. And you know what? If it comes out and everybody's like, whoa, yeah, well, maybe we'll check it out. Maybe
I don't think that's going to be the case.
I also agree. All I've heard is terrible things.
Well, I did see the report that people walked out of a test screening. So
Yeah. But see, this movie, it's crazy how fast things are moving now. But like, this came out, 5 years ago?
Yeah. Holy
And
shit.
this
Holy
is
shit.
just like okay. And okay was fine back then. Like that still made money. Okay doesn't fucking do it anymore.
No.
People are sick of okay. You better fucking rock my fucking socks off.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's about time, you know? Because studios for years now have just been like, that made a bunch of money. Let's just do more of that. And it's like, yeah, but you don't have a... Shut up and do fucking more of it.
We
So,
don't
like,
need an idea.
Yeah, it's like now that the things that are starting to make money are creatives, you know, like fucking Everything Everywhere All at Once. Check that episode out. Incredible. And nobody could have done that but that dude or those dudes.
Yeah, the Dannies.
Yeah, the Daniels. But yeah. That's Fishboy. Middling song for a middling movie.
Very. I liked it though.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I found as I was writing, I was like, I'm kind of like, I feel like I haven't really liked a lot of the songs I've written for this thing we do lately. But I kind of like, I was getting into this one. I was like, kind of like this.
For some reason, I did laugh when the first line was just Fishboy. I just laughed when the first words of the song were Fishboy.
Yeah. I mean,
it just popped me. I don't know why.
I'm here for the yucks. I'm here for that. You know?
Hey, Andy.
Yeah.
Do you know what we're doing next week?
Do you?
I do.
All right. You take it then, Robbie.
Because we're in the holiday spirit.
Good gosh.
We're doing the Santa Claus with Tim Allen. I'll be honest, from what I remember, that's a fun movie.
Yeah. There's a lot of questions to be asked. So that segment's going to be chock full.
There are a lot of questions. I'm going to what's the word I'm looking for? I'm going to tamper my questions down. So I'll be like, all right, let's remember what we're watching here.
Okay. I'm not.
And he's going to show up with 35 questions.
Yeah. And another thing.
We're actually getting ready for a whole holiday lineup, I guess. We have a whole bunch of holiday movies coming up.
It's Boy Are My Jingles Jangled September. No.
December.
December. Yeah, December. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Very, very good. Andy, where can they find our music?
I'll tell you. You could go to Spotify. You could go to Apple Music. You could go to Deezer.
Ooh.
And you can search the
voice. Deezer started showing up on the, listen on Deezer on the lo-fi stations I listen to on YouTube.
Really?
Yeah. They're like, stream us on Deezer. I'm like, no.
on principle, no. Yeah. Check us out. Search The Royds on any of your streaming platforms. We got 2 albums and a Christmas song. And you go to TheRoydsBandcamp.com, and boy, howdy, will you find a bunch of songs about movies that Robbie and I have written.
This is episode 84.
84. That makes 168 songs, not including the bonus stuff.
Yeah, and guests.
You
have so many songs to listen to.
Yeah.
Listen to all of them and let us know your favorite.
Yeah, listen to all of them at the same time.
One at a time. Do one at a time.
Let us know if you start experiencing discomfort.
You should. You should experience discomfort.
And you know what? Actually, let us know if you're not, because that's concerning. Robbie, where could they find us on the medias?
You go to Instagram, okay? You go to Twitter or X, okay?
Okay.
You go to TikTok, okay?
Okay.
You go to Threads, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You go to something else, okay? And you type in TheRoydsBand, and you're going to find us at all our social media stuff, but you can also send us an email at roydsreview@gmail.com. What do you think this character I've decided to do just now?
That's pretty good. It's pretty good.
But you go to TheRoydsReview@gmail.com. That's ROYDSREVUE. We spell review like it's a song and dance touring number. All right?
Yeah,
Yeah, ROYDSREVUE@gmail.com. And you send us your little email, okay? You could send us requests. You could send us opinions. And by requests, I mean movie requests, not song requests. I'm not going to do a fucking cover for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let us know, what movies you'd like us to do, or if you just want to, comment on anything that you like or dislike about the pie. We'll take any fucking email. Fucking do it.
Yeah.
Also, leave a 5-star review and tell your friends, because word of mouse is very important.
That's an excellent idea.
We want a lot of mice listening.
That's our number one demographic. Our target demographic are mice.
Yep. Word
Preferably
of
the
mouse.
3 blind mice.
Right. Word of
Blouse. Oh, that's good.
Okay. So next week is the Santa Claus, the Sandy Claus. And thanks again for listening. Tell your friends.
Yes, thank you for listening. And bye, everybody.
Goodbye.